Do you remember when you were little, maybe, I don't know, preschooler, maybe 4 or 5 years old, even earlier than that? One of the first things that your parents taught you, maybe you learned this in school, probably both, is you learn to take turns. That it's about give and take. You get a turn and the other guy gets a turn. Well, apparently the narcissist was sick on that day because he or she never learned this principle. The narcissist believes, like a little preschooler, that the whole world is about them. No one else gets a turn. The narcissist is the only one. And if you try to take a turn, they sometimes become very upset. So there is no give and take relationship here. When it comes to a close relationship like a love interest or maybe even a marriage, one of the things that make those work is that each individual puts the other individual first. And they are always last. And if you have two people doing this, then you are going to have a very workable relationship. But when it comes to a narcissist, they get this inverted. They put themselves first, and you don't come second, you just don't come at all. Your sole purpose for existing, as far as the narcissist is concerned, is to give him or her pleasure by being dominated, by being controlled by the narcissist. Well, let's take a look at 6 ways they make this happen. Now, if you are recovering from abuse of a narcissist, or maybe you're in an abusive relationship now with someone who is over the top controlling, you will identify with some of these things. In fact, you may think, and I said this in another video, you may think, I know this narcissist. You may think that I know this person who is making your life so miserable. Well, the fact of the matter is, I don't know the person, but I do know the traits. I do know the patterns. Well, number one is they want to render you ineffective. Now, you find this, or I've found this a lot, at the workplace. That is where there seems to be a little bit of competition. Who is the best worker? Who is doing the best job at the workplace? And it could be anywhere, but I'm just thinking of a workplace is where it is most obvious. And the narcissist wants to make sure that everyone knows that you are so stupid. I can't believe he did that. Or if you're a woman, I can't believe she said that. I can't believe she talked to the customer that way. And they have all these non-belief, I can't believe statements. This is a way of making you smaller and elevating themselves. This is what narcissists do. They push other people down to make them look like they just not up to the job. They're just not capable of doing it. Now, if you are in a family relationship, somebody may say that you're not a very good parent. That you should never say that to a child. You should never do that to a child. Truth of the matter is, what you said or did, there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, it may have been good or healthy. You may try to be trying to build a child's self-esteem and tell them, you did a really good job. And the narcissist will come along and say, you're making this child overconfident, and when he gets out in the real world, he will expect the whole world owes him a living, which is not at all what you're doing. And at the workplace, what you said or what you did was probably perfectly okay. In fact, it may have been superior to what the narcissist would do, but somehow, some way, they can spin that to make you, whatever it is you say, do, rather, they can make those things appear that they're evidence of your ineffectiveness, of your incapability. Do you recognize that trait in the narcissist in your life? The second thing is they tend to be very willful controllers. And by willful, I mean they want their way. It's all about their will, not your will. It's all about their will. If they say the Lord's Prayer, they would say something like, my will be done. And that's pretty much the entire prayer. This is a cat and mouse game. It's not really a game, but we call it cat and mouse game because the cat is dominating. And the mouse is there to be a toy, to please the cat. And the cat there's no empathy whatsoever. The cat doesn't see the mouse as a living being, doesn't see the mouse as a little creature that has feelings, that can feel pain. None of that enters the mind of the mouse, or the cat rather. The cat sees the mouse as just an object to be manipulated for the fun of it. That's the way the narcissist sees you. At least that's based upon my experience. Pushing nearly 70 years old, I've learned a thing or two over the years, and one of those things I've learned, and I want to share with you, is that narcissists love to play cat and mouse. They see you as something that is expendable. So you are not only ineffective, but you are rather expendable. They want you out of the way, and not only so, but they want others to see that as well. Well, one of the ways they get that done is they become what I would call a provocateur. That is to say, they will provoke you to become angry, or they will provoke you to become depressed, or they will try to provoke you to display jealousy. Some character trait that is generally not well thought of. So they will do that intentionally so they can then say to you and to others, look at this guy. You know, he's out of control. He lost his temper. Went crazy. He will say to you and to others, you know, this person lives with this little cloud of depression over their head all the time. What they don't tell others is the narcissist put it there. They will say, this person is so jealous. How can you work with somebody like that? And all of that is something that the narcissist put in place so that others will devalue you. So the narcissist is devaluing you to elevate himself. And then others see that and they devalue you and elevate the narcissist, which is exactly what the narcissist wants. Gives him or her pleasure. Number 4 is it seems like most narcissists that I have encountered enjoy being the one who is feared. That is to say that other people, you, their supply in particular, have this particular or peculiar, I should say, relationship in which not only they are dominant and you are submissive, but you are being submissive in fear. You're terrified of these people. You're afraid of them. And they love it. They love that feeling of dominance. So let me know, does that describe the narcissist in your life? They want you to not respect them. Everybody deserves respect, I believe. But they want you to fear them. That's a totally different kind of respect. In fact, I'm not sure that it's respect at all. But they love being feared. They take great pleasure out of not just intimidating other people, but terrifying other people. Number 5 is role reversal. This is something we talk about a lot on my channel, and this is where the narcissist becomes the good guy. He's the bad guy, but he presents himself to others as the hero. He is both the hero and he is the victim. Who's the bad guy? Well, you are. Well, the fact of the matter is, it's just exactly the opposite. You are being victimized by the narcissist. You are the one, you're not necessarily the hero because maybe you haven't quite caught on to what the narcissist is doing. But the narcissist will present you to other people as someone who really has some serious character problems. Somebody who has hurt the narcissist. And he will present himself or herself as somebody who took a stand against you. So he is your victim, and he is also the hero. You are the bully in his presentation. You are the bully, and he beat you up. Well, that does a couple things. Number 1, it gives the narcissist an out because he bullied you, right? And everyone can see it if they pay attention. So what he does is he takes that story and he excuses his bullying. People would say, why are you bullying this guy? He'd say, no, I'm not bullying him. I'm just putting the bully in his place. When the fact of the matter is, you were never the bully. You were always submissive, just trying to be a good friend. Yeah, he takes it and he turns it exactly backwards. Then number 6, and this we've already touched on a couple times, and that is that the narcissist gets great pleasure. And to me, this is just kind of weird, but he gets great pleasure out of turning everyone against you. I mean, everybody. Now, a lot of people say, the narcissist will silently turn your friends against you. Well, that's true, but it doesn't stop there. He will turn, or she will turn, your friends against you, your family against you. They will present you as, again, the bad guy, and they as your victim. And then people will begin to hate you. I mean, hate you for being a bully, and, saying nasty things or doing nasty things. That hurt the narcissist. And it's not just your friends, not just your family, but in my experience, the narcissist has even tried to infect and affect people you may not even know, or people you may know very casually. Somebody that, you may not even know their name, but the narcissist happened to see you talking in passing, and he took note of that, mental note of that, and he or she went to that person and said, you need to watch out for that person, speaking of you. So what happens is the narcissist is starting this tidal wave, if you will. So it's kind of like, you have still water, and you take a stone and you drop it in the water, and you have this ripple effect. So the narcissist is causing a ripple effect, only instead of a stone. I want you to imagine still water, and instead of a stone, there is a hailstorm. And you have all these bits of ice hitting that water. So it's not just one concentric circle ripple effect, but it's a lot of them. And so that the whole pond is in turbulence. That's what the narcissist wants to do to your life. Now, you may notice on the screen there are a couple of rectangles, and we can keep this conversation going. All you got to do is click one of those two rectangles, and we'll keep hanging out. But if not, thanks for stopping by, and we will see you all next time.